Hi guys, so welcome back to another episode on my tiny little channel, also known as my TLC, Tender Love and Care, I guess you would say, from me to you. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel or my Instagram or wherever you may be watching me from, please remember to follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a new episode you get a little ping. Today we are back with a MIMO. It has been a while since I did a MIMO, but we are still in the MIMO, guys. We are still there. I see your emails coming in. Sijalenga. It's just that sometimes I have to schedule different shoots for different topics, for different days, for different weeks, if that makes sense. Today's MIMO is very interesting. I read this email actually a few weeks ago and I was like, I need to address this. And if you guys don't know what MIMO is, it's basically a series on my tiny little channel, which I call Me in My Opinion, where I have you guys in my audience or my followers, subscribers, send me issues that you want me to discuss on this channel. Sometimes I discuss them alone, like today. Sometimes I discuss them with a guest, like other times. And the great thing about MIMO, you guys, is that even I see a lot of you guys giving people support and solutions and advice in the comment section, which I think is the point of, for me anyway, the point of my YouTube channel is to create a community where we can feel like, hey, in this space I can say something and it's not gonna be like, or I can get help, or I can get advice, or I can find people who I relate to. I'm gonna read the email real quick and then we tackle it. Hey Jules, I'm not sure if the MIMO series on your TLC is still on. It is on like Donkey Kong. I really hope it is. First, I love your insights on everything and I honestly see myself in you most of the time. Thank you. Anyway, my friend, 21-year-old, has been seeing this 34-year-old Asian guy who is based here in Nairobi for 3 months now. Apparently, his previous relationship ended badly. He's genuinely really kind and caring, treats her like a princess, and spoils her silly. That's nice. He introduces her to his circles, that's good, and goes to social events with her. They also spend lots of time together, especially on weekends, and some of those are spent indoors. That's cute. Quality time is important. However, he's never made any sexual move on her at all. I'm literally reading how she's written it. She tells me they make out, but it never goes beyond that or past that. She's worried about what the problem could be, as he's not the shy type. She's fallen for him and craves intimacy with him, but she's afraid to initiate anything, then end up hurt in the end. Why would a man seem interested in you and act like they're not sexually attracted to you? What do you think she should do? What do you guys think she should do? My first kind of flag was that your friend is 21 and this guy is 34. Okay, that's a huge age gap. That's what, 21, 31, 4, that's 13 years. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. When I was 23, I dated a 36-year-old and that was 13 years. So, okay, maybe not, but it's still a huge gap. I know we say age ain't nothing but a number, but I feel like in certain age groups, the number really matters. This is what I mean. If you're a 55-year-old dating a 68-year-old, I feel like that's fine. There's certain age groups where I feel like you know who you are, you know yourself, you've learned so much about yourself, and you're able to date somebody who is older. But between 20 and 30, even 20 and 25, as young adults, there's so much that happens mentally, so much growth. Like we may not have physical growth, but there's huge mental growth and leaps, and you know, you're still discovering yourself at 21. My god, you don't even know who you are. I'm in my 30s and I'm still kind of like, whoa, this is how I am. This is how I am in relationships. I thought I was more mature, more well put together, but no. So I'm not saying it's a problem, but it's definitely a point of mild concern. You say that she's falling for him, craves intimacy, and so bad when you're in a relationship and you crave a certain type of intimacy, whether sexual, whether just physical touch, whether just quality time, and you can't get it, and when you ask for it, you're being told you're too needy. I feel like those are just bad relationships. No. She's fallen for him and craves intimacy with him, but she's afraid to initiate anything. So she's 21. Again, I think like the gap is quite big. However, she's an adult. Why not initiate? I know you've said she's scared of getting hurt, but like if your relationship is so healthy, if the relationship is as healthy as described here, I don't think there's anything wrong with looking for the right time to ask, you know, babe, is tonight the night, you know? However you speak, you're the one who knows your relationship language, you know? So like for me, I'd wait for when that time when you're making out, and I'd be like, so like, I was wondering, like, you know, I've got some condoms, what do you think about us taking this to the next step? Are you okay with that? And then hear what he has to say. And just trying to figure out from his side some reasons, because you've asked, why do you think the issue is? This is my opinion. In my opinion, there are many reasons why this guy does not want to have a sexual relationship with this girl. One, it could be religious reasons. You've said he's Asian. You were not specific as to where in Asia he's from. Was it Southeast Asia? Was it, you know, I don't know which Asian. Is he Asian Chinese, Asian Chinese-ish, or like Asian Indian? So religious reasons, moral reasons. Basically, maybe he doesn't want to have sex with somebody of a different race, or maybe he's waiting for marriage. His moral reasons, maybe he feels like it's too soon. Again, you can't know these things until you ask your partner in a way, in an unthreatening way. And I hope that the environment these two have in their relationship allows for conversations like this. And the next thing I'd even written here is, has she asked? Ask. You can ask. I hate to say this because I feel like we let men get away with a lot, but men get very sensitive around conversations to do with sex when the woman is asking for something that the man is not providing. Such a touchy conversation, like it's like an attack to their manhood. So I'm gonna say, figure out how you can talk to him in a way that doesn't make him feel emasculated. But I'm still gonna say, on the same note, why does this conversation have to emasculate you? I want to have sex. I want to have intimacy with you. Let it just happen. Let me know why it can't happen, instead of it, you know, like triggering you or affecting your ego so much. I'm talking to the men. And the other thing I wanted to find out, which you didn't really say here, is how long have they been together? Is it a thing of the guy feels like maybe it's too soon? Now the final thing, and the thing that I have been saving for the last, because I know this is gonna be touchy and all you men who follow me are gonna come for my neck, is it's possible that he has an issue down there that disenables him or does not allow him to perform. For example, erectile dysfunction. But the thing about erectile dysfunction, I think we need to start talking about it more, and not, because I think it's something it's like a shameful disorder. Yet there are men out here, good men, who might have this issue. But like, honestly, for me, I don't think it's like, okay, because I really talk about this one properly. There's a time we had a discussion with my friends, and I was like, I don't think erectile dysfunction is a deal breaker, because there are solutions. So if this erectile dysfunction is something that's able to be addressed with things like Viagra, is it okay? Will things go back to normal? Like, is there ways around it? Because I think there should be solutions for erectile dysfunction. Some form of treatment, some form of therapy that doesn't affect the guy adversely, like, you know, constantly taking Viagra or taking pills doesn't affect his heart or whatever. I don't know if there are solutions, I'm not sure. But what I'm trying to say is, there's a possibility maybe that could be an issue he has and he doesn't want to discuss it. Don't go and ask him, do you think you have erectile dysfunction? Don't do that. Don't don't out somebody if they have not outed themselves with this information or provided or volunteered this information. The best thing to do is sit down and ask this person and tell them, look, The same way this person, you've told me, you know, I'm craving intimacy. Because sex is not just sex. It's also, it contributes to the overall communication and connection within a relationship. So it is important. Now, if the guy has a problem down there, maybe he's insecure about his size, maybe he has, like I said, erectile dysfunction. It could be something that he has no control over. If that is the case, I would say prepare yourself for that. Because this is what I'm trying to say. If somebody comes and tells me I have erectile dysfunction, I won't be like, oh, I'm out the door. Like, that's not my reaction. I'll be like, okay. Again, it's not something that I'm a jekelea. This is something that it's not his wish. Are there ways we can go around it? Are there things we can do to have a normal or close to normal sex life in spite of this disorder? If it's an issue of size or insecurity, I don't even think a man can even tell you I'm insecure about the size of my, that's why I don't wanna. It's hard. But in the event that he opens up about that, are you okay with that? Because size doesn't matter to all women. Don't run away. In my opinion, I just feel like have compassion. Read as much as you can about it. Go through that journey with him if it's something that you're willing to do. At the end of the day, I think what's important here is communication. She needs to communicate this with the guy that she's dating. Another thing I have to say though is, if the roles were reversed, the conversation would be very different. If it's a woman who's not ready to have sex, societally we already say, okay, she doesn't want to have sex because she's not ready. You know, women take their time, they're not as eager to have sex as men. When a man doesn't want to have sex in a relationship or doesn't seem to have sexual interest, everyone, I mean, there's already so many question marks that usually arise. Why? How come? When he has another chick, when he has an issue, when there's a problem, when, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, that's just how things are now. It's our job to change these things by having conversations like this. So it could also be possible that this guy just doesn't want to fuck. He wants to be your girl, but having sex in his relationship maybe is not a normal thing for him. You never know. Just prepare yourself for that conversation. That's the final thing I would say. Prepare yourself for that conversation. There's a chance he might be quite resistant and defensive, so temper yourself. I do hope at 21 your friend has the capacity to have that kind of conversation, but this is how you learn. This is how you learn. Don't force the guy to have sex if he doesn't want to have sex. Don't make him feel bad for not wanting to have sex and you want to have sex. And also, don't guilt trip him for not telling you why he doesn't want to have sex, because there's a possibility that he will not want to talk about it. If you've enjoyed this conversation, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe over here. If you're watching this from Instagram, share on your IG stories, leave a comment, advise this girl. What do you think the issue is? What do you think she should do? What do you guys think actually? Do you think there's something he's hiding? Do you think he's too old for her? Do you think this should be acceptable as well, you know, that he doesn't want to have sex? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section and let's support this young lady. I'll see you guys next time, and remember, it's a good time to be alive. Bye.